This is for developers. If you're a player, you can hang around, see where you fall. But it is for developers. I watched another video today with somebody who they don't understand where the market's going, what's happening to investment, or that, hey, maybe the West isn't the center of the world. But that's cool, whatever. I'm not going to post a video because I don't want to sit there and have to talk about everything. But I just saw it, and they said a refrain that I hear again and again from developers, and that's, everybody hates games as a service. Everybody plays games as a service is what you meant to say. Okay? Now, as an indie developer, I can't make a games as a service game that can compete. I can't. The resources needed, even the big guys can't at some level, right? It's really hard. It's really hard to pull off. It's really hard to maintain. It's really hard. Look at Apex Legends struggling, and it's gigantic, and it's got EA backing it. But don't pretend that every gamer hates a game that has multiplayer, long-term engagement strategies, season passes, and those other kind of things, okay? Because that is a giant part of gaming. And again, I see these developers say this thing of like, well, all gamers hate game as a service. No, they don't. The people who like it, well, I like it actually. I play a bunch of those games, so I'm guilty of it. But they're also the ones who aren't out there complaining about games. They're the ones just playing games. They may just play 1 or 2 games a year. They may just play 1 game a year. They may just be Counter-Strike players and they play nothing else. But don't say that they don't like those kind of games when those are the world's most popular non-mobile games. And again, you're not going to compete against it, so that's fine. Don't try to compete against it. But also, don't lie to yourself. Don't be dishonest, because you can learn of like, I'm making a single player game, but I have engagement that's about, it's not a season pass, because you don't have to spend anything or invest money into it and stuff, but it's like the growth curve, the curves that happen in games have changed, even in single player. How you get your power curve and all your gear and all your guns, and all of that has changed, and it's changed based on player preference. This person's whole preposition was that players have no say in games, and it's all the stock market, which is entirely untrue. That's the tail wagging the dog. It is all choosing what you choose to play, what you're excited about, what people stick with. But when you say something like nobody likes games as a service, no wonder you're saying something like that, because you're entirely ignoring the largest segment of the game population. Now, individually on here, a bunch of people are going to come here and say, oh no, they're right because I hate them. Yes, individually you do. But aggregately, across the world, around the world, because that's where gaming is now, that is simply not a true statement. And a lot of people play that. And so then what do you look at that and go, oh, I should take some of what they do well, how they get you and draw you back in and want you to go to the next step, how they want show you, like, so a lot of times in single player games, we weren't showing you your advancements, right? Skill trees started doing that in a better way. But really early on, think about like the early games of like Half-Life 2. They didn't show you what you were going to get next. You just got it. It just came out of nowhere. It didn't have that like, hey, I should play another half hour because I can go get that thing. Now, you can say that's manipulative and bad, but I think in a single-player setting, it's actually just driving people and driving engagement in a way that is helpful and kind of exciting and gives you something to look forward to when you play the game. Because often now when I play a single-player game and I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen next, sometimes that's good. But sometimes I'm just like, this doesn't seem planned out. This doesn't seem like they have an understanding of what they're making or where I'm going. And as a player, I'm having a story arc. I'm having a arc for my character of like power. There's a power arc there, but there's also just a gear arc of like the complexities of the tools I'll be given to solve problems, which often, if done well, can be really cool. I'll use Just Cause as a really great example of Just Cause. There's a point in that game where you realize, and want to pick the one you like, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think 3 is my favorite. But there's a point where if you're not using the grappling hook and you're using a gun, it's like, what am I doing? I'm not killing them the right way, right? Because you grow into this power and all of this stuff that you have, right? And that's a game that looked at how a lot of multiplayer season passy kind of things do it, and how they have that growth and how they show you what's coming, and man, I should just play a little bit longer, right? Like, those are okay things to have in games. And sometimes when you don't have them and you're just surprised stuff, it feels very old school in a way that I don't think is cool anymore. I don't know. You can disagree with me on that in the single player and bringing them over. Fine. But please, Stop saying nobody likes games as a service games. Nobody likes multiplayer games online that have season passes. That's just simply not true. So stop saying it. If you're a player and you want to say it, whatever, man. But like as a developer, come on, grow up.